Welcome to Mind Matters. Today we are examining how cutting edge technology is transforming our ability to detect, monitor, and treat neurodegenerative diseases. Today, joined by me is our guest, Nehal Singh. And today we are going to look at the field that is moving towards fluid biomarkers that can detect neurodegeneration even decades before the symptoms. Neurofilament light change, the plasma tau, and other markers are becoming clinically very viable. So, how do we handle the psychological and the societal implication of preventing and rather predicting neurodegeneration earlier in so-called asymptomatic syndrome, asymptomatic individuals? So, should we screen populations or wait for targeted testing? What do you suggest, Nihal?
So they see early detection is very powerful, but as you said, it comes with psychological and ethical challenges, which can be overcome with help of counseling and support. But instead of mass screening, we should focus on high risk groups and ensure privacy, fair access, and responsible use of predictive information.
Right. I think one can make use of artificial intelligence, which is again a hot topic. So, AI, machine learning are revolutionizing pattern recognition in neuroimaging and clinical data. However, these algorithms are often functioning as black boxes, and in clinical like decision making, where there's a lot of data and that of neurodegenerative diseases, how do we balance the power of AI with the need for interpretable, explainable results that patients and physicians can understand?
So AI can detect patterns, but as you said, interpretability is crucial. So it should support but not replace clinicians because we require a clear explanation of prediction, including uncertainties to build trust and make informed decision. So we should not remove clinicians and they should play a critical role in giving the more better answer to the observations that we see in clinics.
Right. Now, coming to digital biomarkers, which can be obtained from wearable devices, smartphone apps, and continuously monitor subtle changes in, let's say, gait, speech, cognition, so on and so forth. So, this creates unprecedented data volumes, right? Immense data, but also raises a lot of privacy concern because I think that line gets really blurred about what is ethical and what is not. So, how do we harness the power of continuous monitoring while protecting patient autonomy as well as, keeping the data security in mind?
So, wearables and apps provide valuable continuous data, but as you said, privacy and autonomy should come first. So, we can use technological interventions like encryption, anonymization, and patient controlled consent. So, we should focus on actionable trends rather than just storing raw data, which could help us harness the power of this wearable digital biomarkers.
Yeah, I also believe that's the way going forward. Now, precision medicine promises individualized treatment based on, let's say, genetic, molecular, phenotypic profiles, right? So, given the heterogeneity within each neurodegenerative disease, I mean, all of the cases are super unique. So, how realistic is the goal of truly personalized therapy? Are we moving towards disease subtypes that might require completely different treatment paradigms? What are your thoughts?
So, fully individualized therapy might still be a goal that we want to achieve, but identifying disease subtypes let us target treatments more effectively. So, depending on subtype, we can personalize the treatment to a certain extent, and it's not a different paradigm, but just curtailing the available disease therapies that we have towards a individualized pathogenicity. So, stratified approaches guided by biomarkers and genetics will be a practical step towards more personalized therapy.
Right. So coming into brain computer interfaces and neurostimulation technologies, which offer huge potential therapeutic avenues for neurodegeneration. So as these technologies become more sophisticated with time, We approach questions about enhancing rather than just restoring function. So, where do we draw the ethical line between treatment and enhancement in neurodegenerative disease management?
So the ethical line depends on intent. Are we restoring the lost function? That is therapy, or are we enhancing beyond the baseline? So this will raise the question of fairness and consent issue. So we will require a patient-centered framework and clear regulations so we can balance benefit, risk, and access.
Okay. Thank you for being here, Nehal. And to all our listeners, thank you for listening to Mind Matters. If you like our podcast, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.